So this is what we have done in 5 years for a company where they were not knowing where to sell, because this is an off-road vehicle. You cannot ride it on the road. And these are vehicles which are used in sand dunes, in hills, in seashores. So we created these concepts, how to sell, and we created a small team. Okay, let's target to find out where exactly can we sell, and we create the market. So we created markets across the country. If you can see the last slide where we showcase you that we are present across the country, right from Srinagar to all the major cities, including Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, Hyderabad, and all these big cities. We have 22 places. We have our team sitting every day marketing these products. We have created some unique concept which is now globally followed, called Polaris Experience Zone. We have created that places where people can come and ride these vehicles by paying. We have also given these vehicles to Indian Army. So Army is using these products now to safeguard us in some of the extreme areas, and also a number of police forces are using our product. So from a perspective where everybody had a doubt of where to sell, who to sell, this is what we've done in 5 years. And before I move on to the next thing, I wanted to share with you that why did I join this company when I knew that there's no industry. I believe that when you accept challenges and you try to do something unique and different, you would be more successful. So I had joined Yamaha at a time when there was an Economic Times big article saying that Yamaha is going to shut shop in India. So I joined them, and everybody laughed at me and said, now his career is going to get over because this is company dying, it's closed, and he'll be the head of that, responsible for closing it. But I turned around that company. When I came to this job, I said, okay, I've turned around, now people are calling me a turnarounder, but here is no market. And if I can create this, look at the kind of a satisfaction that I'll have and the name that I'll have across the country. So I joined this company. And first of all, to accept these challenges, you have to convince yourself. And how did I convince myself to take this assignment is, that I felt that all the Indian roads are like off-roads. If I can capitalize on this, I will make big business in the country. So thinking about that, we created a product which is very, very unique, and which is this product. This product is called Multics. Like, you see the concept of mobile phones today, how you keep the mobile phones, and there's hardly any need for any laptops or any big desktops that you used to have. You don't need a MP3 player or so many other equipment. You don't need a watch literally. So one equipment satisfies everything. Taking cue from this, we created a product which is a car, a pickup van, and a generator. So it can give electricity, it can do water pumping, and number of other activities. And we created this product called Multics. We have a joint venture with Aisha. We have created this. And so a lot of new things are going to come in future. You must have heard about Google Car and Apple Car, and all those things are going to come, but we thought, why not create something very unique? And this is what we have done. And this is my vision of converting an off-road vehicle into an on-road vehicle in an Indian road. This is the advantage that they will have. Now this is a product video which, when we launch this, so I'll just show you a small video to say how this product is better than some of the products that is currently in use. the product. So if you get a chance. So if you get a chance to sit in a rural area where there's bad condition, which vehicle will you choose? The Multics or any other vehicle? So that is the, that is the product that we have created. It's going into the rural India right now. So you must have not seen these products in the cities. We are doing the reverse marketing, go and capture the rural market and then come back to the cities. So because the road conditions are pretty bad over there, and road conditions as well as there's no electricity. So the people will start using these products. It's a multiple usage where you can actually riding like a car with your family, and then you have to do some business and you want to carry some load. You can use the same vehicle, remove the rear portion, it gets converted to like a pickup van. And if your light is not coming or you have agricultural land where you want to do water pumping and all, you can just use the same vehicle. So this is a very unique concept. We are marketing these products in the country, and hopefully you would see that more often in the cities in a few years' time. Now, I would like to bring you to this slide, which is very, very important from my point of view, because I wish to share with you the biggest of all knowledge that I know, and hopefully anybody knows, is that we as a human being, whatever we are and whatever we are doing, we actually forget a very basic thing, that who we are. So what happens is that after some point of time we start feeling, that we are this body, I am tired, I can't do this is not possible. And all this is coming because you are restricting, you don't know who you are. So who you are is, you are a form of energy, which is being termed by various people and various religions in different words. You are a form of energy, and you know that energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. And therefore, the basic knowledge is that you cannot be created and you cannot be destroyed. So do not worry about getting destroyed or getting defeated. Just don't worry. And why I'm saying so is because if you say, and what is this energy called? Like in Hindu religion, it's called Atma. In the Christianity, it's called soul, and in Muslim, it's called Ruh. So there are various terms which are used, but everybody would broadly agree on this concept. And so the best thing for you to know is that you are a form of soul. You are a form of energy. And energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. You have immense potential, each one of you, the person sitting in your chair, not standing in front of you or sitting on the first row, everybody is hugely empowered. Even, there's a research which has shown that the human capacity, brain capacity, is about 2.5 petabyte. You've heard these terms like gigabyte and terabyte, and there's a term called petabyte. And it is thousands more times than even a terabyte. Even a now I think there's some 1 TB is available now in the market, but then this is about, so human brain is 2.5 petabyte, which is the capacity to hold about 300 years of one television program recorded throughout. So that is the capacity that you have. And it said that even Einstein used to have used less than 10% of his brain capacity. So your capacity of brain is also huge, and that is why when you talk to an 85-year-old or a 90-year-old person, even he will describe you what happened in his childhood. So that is the kind of a brain capacity you have. So don't think that your brain is less capable or that capable. So you have immense capability. It's all about how much you are using it. Now the people who start thinking about self, that I am the self, and he starts looking all the time about himself, then there are people who will look after their family, about their organization. They grow more in the organization, they do more in the family. And then there are people who will look after the society and city and nation, state. And then there are people who think about the global humanity. They just don't get restricted by because I am India and you are X, Y, Z country, and therefore this is the difference. Ultimately, each one of us are the same source of energy in any part of the world that we are living. So it depends entirely up to you that where you are focusing and what you want to achieve in your life. Now, I want to share with you that if to be successful, the most important thing for you is to know about the strength of yours. You should take pride in yourself, in your past, in your present. And when you take pride, what do you feel? You feel happy. And success is all about being happy all the time. So if you are happy, you will be more successful. And if you are worried, you are not able to do good, then you are all the time worried and your success will not be that much. So I want to share with you about the story of India. It used to be called Sone Ki Chidiya, and it had the economy of the economy of India was almost contributing to 1/3 of the global economy. And this was till 16th century. So I'm not talking about 2000 and 5000 years back. Just about 400 years back. The words, 1/3 of the word export used to happen from your country. No, sorry, 2/3 of the word export used to happen from our country. And that was the reason that the Europeans wanted to find out what they do. Or all the invaders who came to the country, they wanted to take something out from the country. Which means that the people in the country have immense capability. They have created huge resources and were running the world's economy. And what led to that is basically what I feel, some of the Indian values which led to that was compassion. We are so compassionate about people, about the surroundings, and so much so that we care about the nature. We worship even sun, moon, and all the other planets. We have good food, so it has been taught that you should have this food, you should not have that food. Why it is important to have this culture is because whatever you are eating you are becoming that. So if you eat too much of fat, you become fat. You eat too much of light food, you become light. So it's like whatever your consumption, and your mind is deriving out of that also. So what you are nourishing to your body is going to result into it, and that's why our forefathers have taught to have sattvic food. We feed to all the animals, bird, dog, cow, even snakes, So we are so compassionate that we are looking around the circumstances, we are watering plants all the way. And there are so many things being talked about today, about plants, that we breathe oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, and plants do the reverse. And therefore, it has to be coexistent. And this has been taught by our forefathers, that you worship this plant, you worship that plant, and therefore you worship, then you will never cut it. So you'll never. So that's such sort of ecological balance. The entire society was made that and the business sense prevailed all the time, but that was with concern for everybody. And that is how the country's culture and everything grew, and we became Sone Ki Chidiya. And now for the future, we always get these feedback that by 2040, 2050, India would become the #1 economy of the world. And this is not what Pankaj Dubey is saying, this is what IMF and all the global research companies are sharing, that India is going to become because of PPP, purchase power parity. So again, India will become Sone Ki Chidiya, but how do we, based on the learnings, what we need to do is what we have to learn and we have to implement. So what you need to do is that you need to have a very clear goals with timelines. So if you have, like IMF says that in 2040 this will happen, 2050 this will happen. So you have to take cue from it that, okay, what will happen to me and what I will do to contribute to that. So if you start thinking like that and you put a goal with a timeline, you become more successful. And that is one of the key factors because of which I have been successful, because whenever I have achieved a goal, I have put a next goal, a timeline, and a detailed, I will become, like in 2005, I decided that in 2010 I have to become a CEO. And there were hardly any parallels who could have thought or done that. But then I made that goal in 2010, and I am sitting in October 2010, and I'm still the national business head. I'm not the CEO, but I have not said, normal tendency would have been, let's postpone it, I'll do it in 2014. And I said, no, I will change my goal on 1st January 2011. And in October, Polaris came searching for me and he said, we want you in and you want this position. That's how I got this position. But the plan was made by me in 2005. So I will say that every time when you have a goal, please make a goal that I would dream big, make a goal, but put a timeline to it. I will achieve by this date. And you will be surprised that every time you will achieve that. So my advice to you is that dreams turn real, work on it. So all the time, what you have to think is big, thinking big, and you must believe that dreams turn real, and start working on it. Now there are three basic things that I want to teach you today. Number one, in the corporate world, some of the people who have not succeeded because of rule number one that I'm teaching you today. Respect your boss, your immediate boss. Most of the time what happens is that people ignore him or her and then they suffer. And most of you are probably not from the corporate world, so I'll teach you from the perspective of your own examples. If you see that your past mark sheets and you will see that you have scored less marks in any subject, my guarantee is that you didn't like that teacher. So if you like that teacher, you will score well. If you don't like the teacher, you will not score well. Similarly in the corporate world, if you don't like your boss, you will not be succeeding. Liking the boss does not mean that he does the wrong thing, you also start doing the wrong thing. Everybody has a strength and weakness. So focus on his strength. Learn from him why he has become the boss, because he must be having some quality. Learn it and then start respecting him for that. Don't all the time hate him. Because most of the people, what they do, oh boss, he says this, I don't want to talk to him. Like the way the teacher, your maths teacher, he scolded you badly once or twice, and then you said he's bad. So what happens the next time he's saying something, you're not listening. Oh, he hates me, he hates me. So if you believe that the teacher hates you or a boss hates you, you will not listen. And if you don't listen, you will not act. And therefore, this is a spiral bound and you get stuck. Number two principle, which has been my strength, is no is never final. Most of the time people give up. They start saying, if you go to ask for something and the person says no, you immediately give up. Whereas no is never final. No is for that moment and for that particular thing. For example, most of my bikes are Indian motorcycles. They start at 15 lakh rupees and it goes up to 45 lakh rupees. So if you go and ask your father, I want a bike and I want an Indian motorcycle, what they will say? Your parents, what will they say? Yes? What you will do? If you have a desire, you will say yes. Oh, okay, forget about it. No, you will try again. If you have a desire, you will go back again. Papa, you sold this property, you got 2 crore rupees. So these are the opportunities. So no is never final. So, my life partner was my classmate at my institute. When I proposed to her, what is the answer I got? You are quite knowledgeable. I don't think I have to teach you anything. But what I did, I said, okay, thank you. I know your answer. No. I said, why no? My father is in army. He will kill you. So why should he kill me? So I go into the depth of it. I've got 4 brothers. They are all in army. So they are brigadiers and colonels. They were on the person from the army or from the government. They were not like a private person. And then what I did, I convinced her, okay, you go and marry a brigadier, you will never be able to grow in your life. Because you will be going to remote locations. You will be his wife, that's all. You will not grow. But you are with me, I will ensure that you also grows with me. Now look how convincing it looks. So how to convert to a no to a yes? I would guarantee that you talk to any person who has done love marriage, he'll teach you. Okay. So I'm not guaranteeing that don't tell your parents that Mr. Pankaj Dubey taught me, so I'm going to do a love marriage. I'm just teaching you simple thing. No is never final, keep working on it. You will get to yes. Whether it is a motorcycle or any big goals in your life. Third important tool is that failure is an opportunity to learn and succeed. So all of us have failed at some point of time in something or the other. I can guarantee you that I have failed for many times. But what happened at the time of failure is either I feel that I am a person who is not fit, I am not capable, or I felt I did something wrong. Let me improve that thing, and next time I will succeed. I have seen people who have failed 15 times for their dreams, and 16 times they'll be successful because they never gave up the goal. So, just when you fail in something, just find out why I failed. I am immensely capable. You have 2.5 petabytes. You can store anything, any amount of energy. And you are energy. You cannot be destroyed. So therefore, you please have that thing in you that I am not bad. I am capable. Let me learn. And you learn, and then you will become successful. And my statement is, be happy even when you fail. That's a very difficult thing to do. But being happy is very important. Being smiling and being happy is very important for success. And then, since you are a management student, I would like to give you one jargon. Many of you might be knowing it. PDCA: plan, do, check, and action. When you make a dream, please make a detailed plan. How will you achieve it? How can you do that? By going through Google, by going to talking to successful people. You will make a plan for your dreams that you set up. Then you do that plan, you start executing it, and you learn what is the gaps. And then you check it. Okay, what is the plan? What you did? Check. And after that, you modify your plan and do the action. And then it is a circular thing. So plan, do, check, action. Plan, do, check, action till you achieve your dream. Do that. Number 2 is high integrity. All the corporate people, they are looking at, in fact, everyone, every successful people look at a team which has high integrity. And high integrity does not only mean the financial integrity. It means the integrity of your words. Whatever you say, can you do it? If I said that I will be here by 10:15, was I here by 10:15? That decides my integrity. So if your class is starting at 9 o'clock and you're reaching at 9:30, that shows the dignity. That shows how much you have the integrity. So please start giving high integrity in everything that you do. The moment you start doing it, you become successful anyways. And third and very critical element for success is respect females. We are a society which has been taught right from the childhood that, females are goddess. Your mother, your sister, your wife, and your daughters. I have seen from my experience, I have 2 daughters by the way, and I'm the only male at home. Okay?